pose as an M1000? Hello everyone, I'm Zhang Yunan from MT. Today, we have a bike arriving. Actually, not one, but two quite different bikes. Looking at this one from the outside, would you think it's the M1000 São Paulo edition? The color scheme is extremely close. However, this bike is an S1000 upgraded to look like an M1000. Netizens, don't rush to judge. You're probably thinking, isn't it just an S1000 trying to flex as an M1000? But let me tell you, the total cost of this bike far exceeds a real M1000. Why do I say that? Just look at the specs on this machine. If you know your stuff, check out these golden chopsticks. The FGR 301 front forks, and look at how much these two brake calipers cost. Anyone recognize these single-sided shark fins? These aren't just standard LM calipers. When prices peaked, these could buy you two sets of LMs. As for the brake discs, it's using the Pista 6.75mm discs. But that's not even the main point. We see this kind of high-end gear all the time, like the Stably quick disconnect couplings, the carbon fiber mushroom head brake lines, the full Alpha racing foot pegs, the Alpha swing arm protectors, and the Alpha quick release seat cowl. It has all of these, plus the original carbon fiber parts, including this windscreen. Even this windscreen alone costs several thousand yuan. The build on this bike is absolutely top tier. For the wheels, front and rear, a set of BST carbon fiber wheels was chosen. Why did we take these carbon wheels off? Well, the bike has a minor issue. When the owner brought it in, he told me that a while ago, he hit a hard bump over a pothole and jolted the wheel. Now there's visible cosmetic damage on the outside. The owner said because it's a BST carbon wheel, ordering just a single replacement is quite a hassle. He asked, Yunan, can your shop repair this? After taking it apart and inspecting it, we found that the structural interior didn't suffer any damage. Aside from that, what were the owner's requirements for me? Take full creative freedom, do whatever you see fit. Anyway, the mileage on this bike isn't very high. Just overhaul whatever needs to be overhauled. The owner just left me with one phrase: don't worry about the labor costs, just get the job done right. What about the other bike? It's a Ducati Diavel 1260 Lamborghini edition. It's also a numbered limited edition. The owner's stance is the same as with the S1000. It's reached that time of its lifespan, so just service whatever needs servicing. Alright guys, next up is the preparation work for these two bikes. After some time, the wheel has been repaired and sent back. But during the installation, we hit a snag. So right now, the wheel is not centered, right? Correct. Right now, to fit the wheel, we have to pry the forks apart a bit. Pry them outwards. Meaning it won't slide in smoothly on parallel lines. Yes, so we need to remeasure the data. And custom make these two wheel spacers. Then align the front wheel data. And align the brake disc data. Now that we have the specs, let's get to work, let's go. These two metrics are integrated. It's the distance from one bearing face to the other. We also measured the depth on that side, and from here to the bottom face of the fork. This depth is the exact distance between the bearings. Then we 3D printed two standard size test sleeves. Let's measure them to see if the data is correct. The data matches, so now we can machined a new wheel spacer, using clear anodized aluminum, and add the spacer. The distance from the left and right sides to the caliper mount is off by 1 mm, which means the wheel is biased to the right by 1 mm and must be adjusted. It has to be centered. When it comes to this part, we have to look at the caliper shims and washers. There are 5 shims in total. One side has one thick and one thin shim, while the other side has 3 thin ones. Let's check the thickness now. 5.6 mm. This is for the two shims combined. 4.8 mm, frankly, they weren't made very well. They just used all these separate shims to pack it out. And that's way too many shims. Then there are the ABS sensor shims. 2 of them. 2 shims. We need to remake all of these properly. the ABS ring, originally used these shims, with two stacked together. Now we are replacing them with custom aluminum ones. A single solid piece. While dismantling the suspension, we uncovered some absolutely mind-boggling workmanship from the previous mechanic. They literally drilled a hole directly into this triple clamp, just to fix the stroke sensor in place. And then, what did they do when it started rubbing against the fork? Well, that won't do, right? Let's just slap a piece of plastic on it. Just stick a sticker over it. Man, how was this thing supposed to look originally? Like this. But they just cut it. Drilled a hole. And when it started chafing, what did they do? No worries, just wrap it in electrical tape and call it a day. That way it won't scratch my Öhlins forks. But no matter how strong your tape is, the fork outer tube still got scratched up. During our teardown, we found there was only one bolt holding the handlebar clip on. You can see in the footage that the clutch cable has been constantly rubbing against the fork and is already frayed. Let's take a look now at where the suspension wear points are. This is the right side fork. The finish here is completely worn away. This is from rubbing against the clutch cable, chafing back and forth. And this is the left side fork. On the left side, there is a massive wear mark gouged into it. How was this mark caused? Yep, exactly, it was caused by this bracket. This sensor was mounted way too close. Extremely close. It's just too tight. Rubbing right against it. What is this hole originally for? Correct, it's for the oxygen sensor mount. What was this part supposed to look like originally? Like this one here. The owner had communicated with us before. There is a big problem with this car's clutch. Roughly every 1,500 to 2,000 kilometers, the clutch plates need to be replaced. The owner asked us to check if there's indeed an issue with the clutch. Under normal circumstances, when we disassemble the inner clutch hub, we just take the whole assembly straight out. But this clutch has already seized up. So we are using a puller tool to perform a non-standard removal. Okay, good. Based on our disassembly and inspection, as well as communication with the customer, the previous clutch was severely damaged. Continuous use is not recommended. The outer basket, inner hub, and clutch springs all showed severe wear and tear. This time, the owner chose a FCC clutch kit. Time, my place to go. Look over there, it's not even dirty here. The more I take it apart, the more ridiculous it gets. Just the exhaust springs alone have all sorts of issues. These two are on backwards. There's one missing here. Another one missing here. And then coming to this one, it's completely loose. I don't get what he was thinking. Clearly, this is the first slot. For the first slot, he forced a bimota spring and stretched it this long? This one too. And then, this one was hooked in backwards. It's still missing springs. The mechanic who installed this last time just mindlessly forced the springs on. He didn't consider at all how difficult it would be for the next guy to take it apart. Holy crap, this one is stretched even longer. It pulled Chi-Chi's ears till they turned red. And it's still not off yet, ha ha ha. Hey, I know why those two sides didn't have any. Why? Because it was too far, he couldn't hook them on, so he just gave up. Seriously, believe it or not, that's highly possible. The caliper spacer is too thick, so it's not fully engaged. Deep grooves have already formed on the brake pads. glue was applied to the triple tree, huh? The previous mechanic applied Threadlocker, Loctite. When installing the upper and lower triple trees, you only need to apply grease to this area. No glue or Threadlocker is needed. Let's clean it up for him. 20-something tons? What is this guy doing? What are you talking about? Someone tagged me online saying, water got inside. Huh? Can you please ask him to learn some basic mechanics? Are you going to listen to the internet or listen to our own expertise? Forget it, forget it. Deal? Deal. Let me explain this to everyone. Come here, let me put it simply. Look, I tell you. As long as it's a dry clutch, even if it's soaked like a flooded car, there is absolutely no problem. The oil can't even leak out of here. Many people ask if they should worry about water getting into the engine. Normally, yes, you would worry about the engine, but that's not going to happen here, because it has sealing rings, and this oil seal. The oil seal can block both oil and water. Once we start the bike, any trace of water will be thrown right out. Its RPM is extremely high. The moment it spins, the water gets flung out instantly. Those are friction plates. Water won't stay inside at all. There's only one scenario where it breaks after getting water inside. Got it now? Gain some more knowledge next time. What is the one key point we need to watch out for? Every time after you wash the bike, since there is a recess at the bottom, and our bike rests on an angle, right? Just give it a few revs. In 5 to 8 seconds, it will all be spun out. Great. It can't get inside at all, so feel free to spray water right in there, don't worry. Right. Brothers, we have two bikes here from Ordos, Inner Mongolia. What are they? One Ducati Diavel 1260s, and one BMW S1000RR. The M version is all set up and ready. As for the detailing and servicing of this bike, although I didn't film a video for you guys, we sent all the service records to the owner. Front and rear suspensions, throttle body, coolant, brake pads, and the rear eccentric shaft, we've serviced all of them. This bike is a limited edition model. Only 630 units worldwide, and this is number 211. Even though this generation of the Lamborghini edition Diavel isn't as easy to ride as the current V4, it is seriously gorgeous. Just look at this bike under the sunlight. The carbon fiber and the Lamborghini badge, it's just so beautiful. Though I don't know if the owner actually owns a Lamborghini car, I bet he definitely has one at home. Wow. Now for this video, you guys have watched the whole process. Even though it started as a standard BMW S1000RR, now that the upgrades are complete, doesn't it look just like the M São Paulo edition? The entire fairing kit uses the São Paulo color scheme, and then, a massive amount of Alpha racing parts, and lots of imported carbon fiber accessories. The list of upgraded parts is incredibly long. As you can see from the video, there are two shiny golden FGR 301 forks, paired with T-drive rotors, and WSBK calipers. Just this pair of brake calipers alone could cost nearly 100,000 renminbi. The master cylinder bolts used to be stock. This time, we also upgraded it with a Stably quick release bleed screw. Previously, when the owner hit a pothole or bump, he slightly dented the BST carbon wheel. Just a minor scratch. The owner said that ordering a single carbon wheel like this takes a very long time, and it's also quite expensive. He wanted to see if it could be repaired, provided that it doesn't compromise safety. Money was not an issue. Later, we sent this wheel back to the factory. The factory looked at it and said, hey, this minor dent shouldn't be a big deal. So we used a professional restoration process on it. As for the clutch plates, they already showed very obvious wear earlier, and the outer basket inside was severely damaged. This time, we directly replaced it with an STM complete clutch assembly. The rest was just standard maintenance for this bike. Front and rear suspension service, brake fluid flush, coolant replacement, engine oil and filter change, and chain and sprocket replacement, since it is a brand new model. The bracket for the quick shifter sensor didn't quite fit. We custom made a new bracket for the sensor, and used the diagnostic computer to perform a system reset. I think for these two bikes, no other word can describe them except stunning. So damn cool. Alright. Brothers, that's all for this video. Thank you for your time and patience. Follow me for more tips and knowledge about racing bikes.